God damn it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the goddamn live stream. We are casting a little bit of APAI today. I know, I'm excited. I've been looking forward to this match all week. This is a match between the Chinese team, EVO, versus OP/BHB. That is an American conglomerate, but you know what? We're going to be fighting over Carentan, I believe. Carentan? But, you know, before I get too far into this, I always have a good co-cast. I always bring you somebody delicious. And over here, that, ladies and gentlemen, is rHagrid. rHagrid, I've only got one question for you. Just the one question. How in God's name are you today, mate?
Stu, I am bloody fantastic today. Super excited to get in for my first co-cast of a bit of APAI action.
I know, dude. Brand new co-caster. We've gone over the camera controls. Everyone knows what's going on. I feel like somebody else in the world that's not me should be teaching you how to do that. But we've gone with it anyway. Jesus, is exciting. rHagrid, have you watched any of the APAI up until now? Or is this, are we jumping straight in?
Watch what I can when I can. You know, weekends can be a busy time. But I
100%.
try and watch as much as I can. And I've caught a few games and they've been absolutely fantastic.
Excellent. So, obviously, one of the teams that we're watching today is OP/BHB. They have been very strong in this competition so far. EVO struggling a little more than I should be. We know EVO. We know the side. We know they are very good players of Hell Let Loose. So this should be one banger of a match today. But I should get some plugs out of the way. If you're watching this later on YouTube, you can catch me at twitch.tv/TraumaStoo. That is rHagrid. He's also got a very good community over on his Twitch channel as well. That'll be twitch.tv/rHagrid. Go give him a follow because he's a fucking good dude. What else have we got going on? Plugs are done. I'll tell you what I don't do very often and what I really should do is a lot of the teams that you're seeing today will be recruiting. Some of them won't be, but if you see some of these guys in game, feel free to just go up and say hi and go, hey, if you're of the Chinese persuasion, you see some EVO guys around, feel free to jump in and say hi to them. Most of them will be pretty friendly. Same with OP/BHB. My clan, OC, I am an OC lad. What are you going to do about it? We're playing in this tournament as part of the Fuck You conglomeration with Foy Boys. I'm sure one of the viewers will chuck the link to the OC Discord in the chat. Feel free to jump on there. Come and say hi to the lads. We're pretty easygoing. But consider it. If you're liking some of the stuff you're watching here, consider jumping in and joining some competitive. rHagrid, I know that you are currently an OC trial.
Yeah, correct, Stu. I've been in OC trial for 3 weeks now, so it's been an exciting time, a huge, learning curve to it. You don't know how much you don't actually know about Hell Let Loose till you actually start to try and train with some of these guys who know everything about Hell Let Loose.
Oh, look, 100%. It's playing competitive, and you'll see that today. The stuff that we're watching today, it's a completely different kettle of fish to just jumping on a weeknight after you get home from work and playing a little bit of Hell Let Loose. Look, some of the stuff that you'll see, like once the map flips and we actually get into the game, you'll see like the support drops and getting nodes up early, and all that'll be absolutely pre-planned as we see a tank blow up. I don't know, OP/BHB thought they'd be able to park a Greyhound in there. It's never going to work for them. But you'll just say, like, this is an absolutely different game to regular Hell Let Loose. And rHagrid, you're starting to learn that, mate. I've seen you at a lot of the training. You've been a very good human around the place. Arty training the other day, for instance. Have you ever thought that much about artillery in your life?
No. And I've jumped on the public match and played the occasional artillery, and wow, like it's just a whole nother level what you need to know, the difference between all the mathematical calculations that go involved, even just the spread of where the shells land. It's just insane. You would never think about it if you just jump on it randomly.
I had no idea that artillery was... I always thought it was like pinpoint accurate, but no, it's got a good spread.
Yeah.
We're just watching. We've got about 2 minutes to go until this match is starting up. So what I like to do, rHagrid, you're already in admin cam. You're looking at the OP/BHB boys. I'm looking at EVO. I like to watch a little bit of pre-game shenanigans. So let's jump into the casting screen. I'm sure you guys are sick of looking at whatever the hell's going on here. Even though I always suit up for the API. What else are you supposed to do? God damn it. rHagrid, pleasure. Let's get into it and let's see what the hell the lads are doing. This is the EVO lads. We saw a couple of knife fights. We saw obviously them taking out that Greyhound. These guys obviously teabagging the corpse of that greyhound. You win some, you lose some. This time, obviously, that greyhound obviously lost one. We saw some. I love a good knife fight pre-game. Hagrid, that's a question I've got for you, my guy. Pre-match, obviously, you're only just starting to get into the competitive side, but you will start to get games because you are one hell of a hell let loose player. I don't say that lightly. Have you put any thought into what your pre-game ritual might look like?
That's a tough one. I'm not too sure. It'll probably be parkouring, I reckon. Just finding the most amount of obstacles around and just trying to leap from them, get myself in the zone, practice for when I have to vault over tricky obstacles out in the playing field.
Oh, I like that. I might have to work that into my own. For me, it is just finding random objects to shoot in the distance, quickly acquiring it. I know, it sounds professional. I feel like I should do something cool, like wearing the same socks for every competitive match or something. But no, we're not doing that. Evo lads, what are the OP BHB doing, Hagrid?
So OP BHB at the moment, most of them are sitting around artillery, and it looks like they're having a bit of a smoke party by the looks. Just before they dropped a whole heap around artillery and then just walked into it and just started firing blindly in the smoke. Quickest way to serial wound your team, but looks like they're having a bit of fun here, climbing on the roofs.
I guess it's about then that you start to hope that the old team kill settings are sorted out and go, are we going to get kicked? Are we going to get kicked? I'm not too sure. Let me just have a quick look. Looks like most of EVO seem to have turned up. OP BHB, obviously ready to go, like we could expect from them. Obviously, the teams up the top of your screen, they are incorrect at the moment. So Hagrid will be looking at the OP BHB side, but I believe that EVO will be playing as the allies. So they're not quite right as you're looking at them in screen. Once the map flips, obviously that'll change. BlueRoseJelly in the chat. God damn, it's a pleasure to have you looking after the chat. Hopefully she's around at some stage. She had a very good cast of the 3 para. She had a very good cast of the 3 para SEVH match that went on just before. We're going to drag her down to the Discord. BlueRoseJelly. God damn it, sister. Welcome to the Matchcast. How are you?
Hello. How are you guys doing?
There she is. Very well. I was watching with interest the match you were casting just before. That was between 3 para and SEVH, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it was. It was that. It's just on the last couple of minutes, but this won't be live for the next couple of minutes anyway, so it's all good. There's no spoilers here.
All right, so this... obviously talking to you from 15 minutes in the future, so we're not going to see any of your stuff for another 15 minutes. But Blue, goddammit, welcome. Blue will be moderating the chat and just giving us shout-outs to anything that we might have missed that happens in Twitch chat, so feel free to talk. We won't be able to respond to it. Bombing run coming in. That's an ambitious bombing run going over the spawn. Let me scooch back over there and have a look at exactly what we're looking at. I can move back to my screen so we can see exactly what's going on. And goddammit, I'm excited. This match is due to have started 2 minutes ago. So 50 seconds left on the match timer. So we're assuming that one's going to roll. And hopefully the map that comes up is Carentan. And we'll get that absolutely sorted for you. Anything can happen. Anything can happen, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. EVO versus OP BHB. I get the feeling that we haven't seen a full-strength EVO squad in this tournament yet. So I'm looking to see what comes up. 30 seconds left. Hopefully, the map that comes up is Carentan. Hopefully, both the teams are ready to go. Obviously, if I look at the chat to see what they're talking amongst themselves, I can't tell what's going on because my Chinese is genuinely terrible. Genuinely terrible. Ig Nicholas in chat as well. Goddamn pleasure to have you around. Oh, I'm excited. Hopefully this is the right map. Hopefully we're going to get into it. Defeat. I feel like, that was an early defeat for them. That was an Allied Forces win, but we're going to give out a commend because, of course, we can. Nagisa, you're going to get my commend. I feel like you were a damn good player in that pre-match warm-up. Very well done, my friend. Charmandork sitting in chat as well. Welcome to everybody that's joining the stream. God damn it, it is a pleasure to have each and every one of you. If nobody has told you yet today, you guys are damn good eggs. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much for coming and supporting this stuff. I appreciate the living shit out of you. Apologies, I can't respond to you guys in chat. This stream will be with a 15-minute delay. Well, it's currently with a 15-minute delay. But I promise that Blue will shout out any specific issues or problems you might have. Let me know, and Blue will be the man on the spot, or the woman on the spot, the person on the spot to deal with that for us. Next match in 50 seconds. Hopefully, Hopefully the map that comes up is Carentan, and hopefully both of the teams are ready to go, because I'm not sure. Obviously, my comms are terrible with the guys in games at the moment, but god damn it, let's go.
Are you guys running a little bit late? Yeah, it seems today everyone's had some troubles and the maps are rolling and finishing before the game starts, so hopefully it's all fixed up.
With any luck, I do know this is being played on a Task Force Koala server today, is what we're playing on. So, look, hopefully there's no weird teething issues with not having great comms with the server owner, but I'm sure we'll be fine, and I am goddamn excited to get this one underway. Oh, 7 seconds. We need the map to come up. We need it to be Carentan.
I can just go straight up and they won't have to worry about it.
It's not. It is the wrong map. So more pre-match shenanigans. More pre-match shenanigans. God damn it. We're going to have to wait for Carentan to come up. But nobody wants to be playing a competitive match on Remagen Night. Let me just grab myself an armor squad.
Remagen Night? Oh, no.
Yeah. I feel like they should just play this match. They should just have a competitive match on Remagen Night and go, fuck it, we're in, let's go.
It'll be all about the bridge.
I know, right? With any luck, we'll get a game at some stage today. At some stage, let me get a little bit of admin cam going. I don't know, we can look at some goddamn Remagen. Oh, there's not much to look at in admin cam. It is 100% fog. I wonder, does anybody have the correct way to roll it to Carentan? Because, actually, I'll tell you what, they need to not roll to Carentan at the moment, because currently EVO are on the Allies, which is the team they're supposed to be playing. Actually, I jumped in the OP BHB side, so that's completely wrong. So they are on the right side. Hopefully they are currently sorting out getting that one rolled. I know TFK left them instructions. We were watching that, but I just want to see some. I want to see some competitive hell let loose. That's what I'm excited about. I'll tell you what, Jelly. Did you manage to catch the Fuck You game? Did you manage to catch the result of who won there?
I have not seen anything. I started mine at about by myself, so I didn't have anything to talk about. So I started like 1 to 12, and then we had about 20 minutes of map rolling confusion. So I haven't had a chance to see anything. So what are the results for the other games?
I haven't seen any. So the Fuck You match, Fuck You were playing BR1 today. That was over on BR1 Gaming. BR1 Gaming. I did watch most of that. I did obviously have to flick away at the end because we needed to come cast this one. Oops, got to get rid of the admin camera thing. We don't need that anyway.
Was hosting the Chimera and 10th Mountain game.
I do know that finished very, very early. I think it's a safe assumption that was probably a bit of a Chimera stomp. To be fair,
possibly. You know what? I'm gonna while we wait for these maps to roll, I am going to have a look. I'm gonna have a look because I know that I got raided, and I was like, oh hey, and then I was like, oh crap, none of mine is connected. I don't know what's going on. Blah, blah. And then I was like, oh yeah.
Right? I know. I always look through the APAI Discord, and you can see the GG well plays, good game, well played, all is exactly the way that goes.
I was looking at Noppa's channel.
Oh yeah, true.
Noppa's channel. Have a look at it. Yeah, I can tell you exactly how long it went for. You know what? I'll do some investigation. I'll figure out who played what and when and how long it took. We'll have a look at that.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate that, and welcome everybody else in. Obviously, the map got rolled to the wrong one, so what we're doing is waiting for the right map to come up. God damn it. Oh, this is going to be a cracker of a match. Hagrid, do you have any idea who is going to win this match, my friend?
I don't know. I think it will be a good match. Carentan is a very good map to play on. I feel like it's a bit of a personal preference for a lot of people, so a lot of people tend to play it a bit better than they would other maps that are out there. But I have a strong feeling that OP BHB might get it.
Yeah, look, they have been so strong in this competition so far. I think that's a very safe bet from you, Hagrid. Let's go. Welcome to the lads in the chat. God damn, it's a pleasure to have you guys around. Have a look in the old APAI Discord if you like. There is a Chinese cast of this game going on as well. My Chinese is terrible, so I'm going to stick to English. I don't know about yours, Hagrid, but my Chinese is absolutely not on point. So I think I might stick to English for this cast. But if you are of the Chinese persuasion and you understand that a little better, feel free to go look at that. I like that he just chucked a grenade at me. I appreciate that, my friend. Obviously unable to catch it. I want to see a knife fight.
In a bush? Are you guys hiding in a bush? Is that what you do? Because as soon as I spawn in, even though my body disappears, I still hide somewhere because it just feels appropriate.
Still feeling it. Yeah, no, I didn't this match. I just jumped in and stressed and pressed home a bunch of times and ends and... Nah, didn't get that one done that time, sister. That's all right. Obviously, if we get shot, that's going to be... Oh...
Charmin Dork in chat saying, "Oh my god, Hagrid is so cute."
Oh, he is cute, isn't he? I will absolutely give that to you, Hagrid.
Loving you guys, and now everyone's just talking about the beard. So Hagrid, the beard, everyone is loving it, and you guys looking fresh as well, looking good.
Thank you very much. Still waiting for this map to roll. We're still this match was due to start about 10 minutes ago, so. Apologies for having to listen to us talk shit for this long. Hopefully we get into a little bit of action soon because you know what? I'm looking forward to it. I've been hyped up for this all week. God damn it. Everyone's thirsty for Hagrid. Thank you very much, Nicholas. You'll hear this message in 15 minutes time. I know I'm thirsty for Hagrid.
I know, I appreciate it from each and every one of you. So it still looks like, though, on the EVO side that there is a little bit of a staffing issue. Still not quite at the full player count. Looks like we may be waiting on one more person.
Well, okay, so that's possibly what the delay is. Hopefully they've got comms in and amongst themselves. Let me just go check the old Discord whilst we watch it. Delamort, just sitting there standing. Madcap running around, as you'd expect from Madcap. Have a look at the amount of mines that are put down. I'm impressed. I think that's going to help everybody involved. We've got to get this game underway, lads. We're here. The viewers are here. Everybody's excited. Come on, boys. Let's go. There is something in the reps chat. Yep, it looks like the person that owns the server is here. So we are good to go. There is a good comms going. Just waiting on some EVO lads to jump in and get their shit sorted. But I'm sure they're all over it. I would never judge any of these boys. Who the hell am I to judge these lads? Come on, boys, let's go. There's our mate, Delamort. We're going to watch him very closely in this game. Why? Only because it's a human that I managed to pick up pre-game with the M1 carbine. He looks a bit young to be fighting in World War II, but we're going to let him get away with it just this once. Do you have any pre-game shenanigans going on over on your screen, Hagrid?
Not really. Apart from the, relentless gunfire between them, I just switched up to over here because the midpoint was a bit slow. Not many people doing anything. Somebody threw a smoke grenade into a supply truck, and that looked pretty cool. It was driving off into the distance, but other than that, they're just kind of standing around shooting.
Just milling around, doing their thing. I'm going to take this opportunity. We're going to have a look over some of the team lists that we're looking at. From, obviously, some of the EVO lads, I do struggle with Asian lettering, so I apologise for that in advance. But look at that. That's Anto sitting there. Hagrid's casting with us, obviously. Nagisa, turn of the time. We've seen him before in this competition. Snow, Aria, Epsilon. I love one of the ones that I can read. Sundowner. That's a very good, very, very good name. Axel. WWW, not rocking clan tags. I feel like that's something you probably should be doing, but we're going to let him get away with it. Waken Mountain, Electro TD, Wicked, Tomorrow G, Quinico, that is the name, Quinico. And over on the OP BHB side, we've got Small Sweat, I can use English, I know what words are. Don Vice, AR762, Uno, Kiebs, Ristrat, Smokes, Smokes, let's. Crispy Chicken. Crispy Chicken is a very good name. I like that one. I love a good Hell Let Loose name. Hagrid, have you seen any delicious names around the places whilst you're playing Hell Let Loose?
Oh, there's been a few in my time. I can't really get any off the top of my head, but it looks like Smokes from BHB is in HQ for EVO at the moment, just getting some free kills.
Just chilling. Let's go have a look at that. Obviously, just getting some points. You know how it is. He's going to chill. Yep. He's going to start murdering them. I feel like if he's going to get kills, though, do it with the shovel like a real person.
Yeah, nobody was shooting back at him. He could have just been running around smacking. They're still not shooting at him. He should pull that knife out, and he should get to town, I think.
You should get some knife fights going. I love a good pre-match knife fight. Get on it, boys and girls. BlueRoseJelly, thank you very much for chucking the raid my way, sister. It is a goddamn pleasure to have you over here. And all the people you're dragging with you.
It happened to work out fine. With the delay, I've managed to catch you.
I appreciate it. You're an amazing human. And welcome everybody else.
Melee fights too. Pistol Medic came in with the shovel, so Smokes pulled out his knife and they traded.
Oh,
nice.
There you go. Blue, do you think we're going to see some medics going on in this game? Well, the map has been rolled. I think we're good.
You know what I
good to go.
can say? I saw some medics in the last game. I saw a medic revive.
No.
That's alright. I said it. I saw a medic revive someone else. It wasn't just for the Smokes. There were several times I pointed out. It was the same three people who kept coming in as medic, and I was like, yes. And then I saw someone revive someone in a comp game.
But it ain't
like
so.
That's one of the best points.
3 seconds, the map's going to roll. Hopefully the map that comes up is Carentan. It is. We are going to get into a little bit of hell let loose. God damn it. Let's go. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. That was a little bit of a letdown because we're still on the loading screen. But we're going to wait for them to jump into some armor squads, and we'll take one of them at some stage. 2 down.
Do we need to switch sides too, or will we just stay on these ones?
We probably do need to switch sides. So long as you're jumping on the OPBHB side, I'll be on the EVO side. There you go. Armor, create a locked unit, spawn away from everyone else, and let's see some pre-game. God damn it. Match is on, boys and girls. I'm excited. Have a look at that. That is a map without a map blocker. That is the one thing I like about casting. Because of the 15-minute delay, we can show as much map as we'd like. Do a little bit of... I'm not joking. They have... Oh, they took away my admin cam access for a little bit there. That was worrying. I was a genuine little bit stressed. Let's go. Match warm-up. We're just watching some of the nodes go down. Obviously, these teams are so well drilled with getting their nodes down nice and early. You'd expect nothing less from such high caliber teams. Look at that. Box is already down. That lab with Asian Sundowner is going to be building some of those nodes. Look at that. Good. I do want to get over. Let's have a look at Artie, because I like a little bit of pre-game Artie defense. I like to see what's happened. Lots of boxes. This is a very well-drilled Evo side. Hagrid, are you looking at some of the nodes over on the OPBHB side and seeing what they're preparing?
Yes, so it looks like they've already pretty much got all their nodes down at the moment. I think we're just waiting on the one up over there near the house, or 2 of them. 2 of them left to go, but the rest of them are all down currently at the moment. So I'm sure once they've dropped the supplies they need for those, they'll start working on RD defense then.
Hell yeah. Look at that. Look at that. They're all over it. Obviously, RD defense is absolutely critical and imperative in this current meta, both for the recon squads that will be coming back trying to disable that RD, but also... because arty snipes, rocket snipes and tank snipes are huge trying to take down arty in the current meta. So they'll be building up some defenses to try and deal with that. We're seeing a Lone Hawk. That is, I thought he was going to play command. He's not. But he is one of the team organizers for this Evo side. Putting the node down in front. Have a look at that. That is some very delicious looking defense. Genuinely well done. 30 seconds left in match warm-up. It's about time that I went and found myself a truck to go follow in, because we love following trucks into the point. God damn it. Just over to the right. There we are. That is a truck. That is a very full truck from Evo. You'll love to see a good truck. We do see this a bit. Obviously, once all the supply boxes are put down, you see that the squad leads will put down an OP up near the trucks. That allows the rest of the team to spawn immediately into the truck. He's going to take down his OP. I'm assuming that's what he's doing there. That is Roki taking down the OP, jumping into the truck, just so the truck can get going. so the truck can get going. There we go, on time, and they're going to go into point. Whilst they're doing that, let's have a look at which points we're going to be fighting over. From left to right, from the EVO side, all the way across to the OPBHB side, we're going to be fighting over 5:02 start, Ruins in the center of the map. Train station is going to be our middle point for this match. Rail crossing and canal locks further up to the north, and that's going to be on the OPBHB side. Let's get back to the truck. Let's see how the hell they're going to fight over this. Obviously, if they can get some of those arty snipes or tank snipes onto those trucks early, that can mean a massive difference when they're first trying to take this point. But goddamn it, game's on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's goddamn go. Ugh. Welcome to everybody in chat. Obviously, I can't respond to any one of you because we're on a 15-minute delay, but I do apologize in advance. I do still love each and every one of you. You're all still amazing. The middle point looks like it's going to be a very early start to OPBHB. Have got in nice and early. Tanks getting some shots off there. Ineffective. That didn't look like it hit anybody, but there you go. The truck still got two people left in it, and with one on the roof. That is the EVO side trying to get nice and deep into this point. Trying to take train station, which is going to be the early side for this. Hagrid, can I get you to pull up your map? And can I just get you to take us through what this early garrison setup for OPBHB is going to look like, my friend?
Yeah, sure thing. So I've got the map up at the moment, and it looks like OPBHB has already gotten 2 of their forward garrisons down. One down the very bottom in G8, and then they've got one G7, just outside a train station. It looks like they're planning to put a third one up in G6, just so they get that kind of coverage. They can have a nice concave around train station.
Yeah, and a very, very, very good defensive setup at Gary's. Look, and as I keep saying, you'd expect nothing less from some of these sides. A couple of Asian letterings. Zin is up there. He's putting some fire on. They're getting some OPBHB kills. One of the lads going down to AR762 then. Good bit of arty going down there. That's going to cause some. That's going to cause Evo some problems. Let's move back and see what this push is going to look like. The point is half capped to Evo. Evo pushing very, very hard in at the start. It's going to be incumbent on OPBHB to start capping back that point. Whilst they're just sort of chilling in the middle, let me pull up my map and let's see what this the garrison situation is looking like for Evo. There you go. It's very, very similar to what OPBHB is doing. They've got one in D7 in the middle there. It's currently pinging hot, and one down the bottom of the map, all the way to the south in D8. So they've got their defensive Garys up. Looks like Evo is they're very, very strong on the point at the moment. Look at all them. Obviously, the one thing I do have to point out, the blue team, when we're looking at my camera, will be this Evo side. When we switch over to Hagrid's camera like this, there you go. The red team will be Evo and the blue will be OPBHB. Very important to distinguish between the two, but we are on 2 different sides, and it does allow us to look at 2 different maps, which is good. Evo looks like they're going to take this point nice and early. That is a very strong early cap from Evo, so the pressure is on this OPBHB side to push back in and see whether they can take that center point. Evo, obviously, are going to start getting in through the middle of this point now and start pushing out and setting up some of that sector defense that we start talking about. God damn it, this is still anybody's match, but a very early cap to Evo puts them in very good stead for the start of this match. Darkon for OPBHB, bit of a spawn wave going in there. Smokes and Kiebs, Delra 51. That's going to be the OPBH pushback onto this point. Evo, they're starting to push up straight down. We do start to see this from these Chinese teams. Have a look at that. The sector dominance towards the north, I was going to say it was very good, but a grenade just took out most of those lads in the middle of the point. OPBHB, obviously aware that Evo, towards the top of your screen, starting to try and put some cap weight on up there. So they've had a big spawn wave come in towards the top of your screen to try and deal with that. But Hagrid, I know you haven't watched or been in too many competitive matches, but have a look at this. This is something we see very often from these Chinese teams. They are very good at pushing out a battle line. Have a look at that line of blueberries that's starting to advance, mainly up towards the south of the map. And they'll start trying to provide some sector dominance over there. The biggest problem they're going to have, if we have a look at the red berries that are in the middle of your screen now, OPBHB are pushing very, very strong down this southern side, this northern side, and they're pushing very strong into point. A little bit of a shotgun approach, but we could start to see this cap move back towards OPBHB shortly if they keep this up. Whew, good lord. Are we finding any, what I've got Hagrid doing during this match, I've got Hagrid, he's going to be looking at some of the smaller battles that are going on around the place. So Hagrid, anytime you find anything any juicy little squad fights, if you find anything that you find interesting, feel free to give me a yell, and I will switch over to your camera, and we'll find some of the smaller little battles that are going on. In the meantime, I'm just going to stick over this point. It is a battle of attrition over the middle at the moment. BHB still pushing down that northern side of the map. EVO very spread out and doing very well to try and hold on to this. I'm genuinely liking this. Good damn it. Good lord, let's go.
Yeah, it is looking very good, Stu. I'm just noticed on the north side that there was a few BHB players managed to come all the way around past the church, but it looks like EVO's managed to clean them up largely. But we do have a nice good push along the train tracks themselves, which is kind of forcing EVO down to the south.
Yeah, it absolutely is. If we have a look at this, BHB have pushed very, very well straight down the train tracks itself. They'll obviously know by pushing that deep without the support on their flanks, they will have a lot of EVO sitting on their left-hand side, which is the blueberries we're seeing at the moment. EVO have pushed out towards the right. I feel like that's the weaker side from EVO, is the right of your point, which is towards the north of the map, if you're looking at compass points. Never eat soggy wheat bix is the only way I can remember it every time. But EVO starting to clear up some of that BHB. Still anybody's match. This is still a massive fight over train station. Hagrid, can I get you to have a look at the garrison situation for BHB? We'll have a look at your map now, and we'll see whether or not they've improved their situation and where they're looking to attack from, where they're looking to push from.
Yep, so looking at the map now, they've actually managed to, well, it's just gone hot now, but they had a garrison up in E5, just to the northeast of ruins there, which has managed to open up back now, but otherwise they just got a steady line of garrisons cutting through the middle. So yeah, they might end up using that one either for a northern push on a train station, but probably most likely if they manage to cap train station to push into ruins.
Yeah, I think that's a very good call. It's a very good spot for a Gary. If they manage to flip the point, it'll give them that good early push into ruins. Having a look at the EVO garrison situation at the moment, they do have one very south of... they've got the two we were talking about before. They've got one very south of train station, but it does look like BHB did have a very good point into train station. EVO are responding very well to it, though, by getting a bulk of their lads from that southern side of the map that we're looking at, which is the top of your screen now, starting to push back into train station itself. And having that sort of closer defense that is important when you've got a strong point. Blue, how's chat looking? How is the old Twitch chat looking? Anything that really needs to be pointed out to us, sister?
No, it's just the pregame, so everyone's just having a chat, talking about you guys looking good. Someone's upset that I'm a bushwookie because I hide in admin cam, but it's still on the point where the match hasn't started. So everyone's just having a quick chat. We've got a prediction up as well. It looks like most people are leaning towards BHB winning this game. So we'll have a look when the game starts. I'll start answering questions. If anyone's got any, don't ask for tank identifications. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't help you.
That's all right, Blue. I've got all your tank identifications sorted out, but that is a very good point. If you are new to Hell Let Loose, there are some very, very knowledgeable people hanging around the chat today. Obviously, far more knowledgeable about this game than I will ever be. But feel free to ask questions. If you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about when I say OPs, garrisons, if you're wondering what the hell all this is about, feel free to ask questions. Somebody in chat will absolutely sort you out. Bombing run going in. That is going to be the BHB bombing run. It's going to be largely ineffective, though. It did take down one of the EVO lads on point, but I don't know whether they knew it, but EVO did not have any Garys in the middle of point, so I guess that was just a bit of a fishing bombing run to try and give some of those red berries that you're looking at towards the top / and or middle of your screen to push in. But very strong defense from EVO. They're starting to push out that line towards the north of the map now. They are still very dominant over that south of the map. North being the right of your screen right now, and the south being the left of your screen. Have a look at that. They are still trying to get that sector domination over train station itself, though. And BHB doing a very good job of keeping them off and not allowing them the space to be able to dominate this sector. Hagrid, can I get you to have a look at what EVO might be doing in terms of attack at the moment over the next point? If I can get you to fly over there, we'll switch over to your camera in a second, my guy.
Just quickly before that one, the EVO's tank just managed to barely back out a point. It's on fire now, and two of the crew actually got out to repair it and got taken out by Artie.
Oh, can you, if you mouse over that tank, if you get that tank in the center of your screen and nice and close, you'll be able to see whether or not there's anybody left in that tank and who's currently driving.
There is one left in there. I could not tell you the name, unfortunately, but it seems that we just got one left in there, and he's the gunner.
Just pretty happy to sit in the gunner seat. I don't know whether you know this, Hagrid, but I'm a bit of a World War II buff, and I know this about tanks. They're not supposed to be as on fire as that tank currently is.
No, and it's looking like a pretty dangerous situation here as we got AR-762 coming in for a rear shot with a rocket, and there we go, tank's gone.
Delicious! No more tank for
made
EVO.
The tank go faster.
That's Flames painted on it. That's very different from flames coming out from the engine.
It's just 3D flames.
It's three-dimensional flames. I'll actually have to...
Three-dimensional speed.
I'll have to ask some of the old lads that hang around just whether or not that does, in fact, make them go faster. Points still being dominated by EVO. OP BHB is still trying to push down this northern side. They're the red berries pushing up in that line of buildings. They're not getting too far, though. So EVO doing very, very well. But OP BHB have started to take the cap now. They've just got enough sector weight in, and they've pushed enough lads into the point. EVO's going to have to push back and try and deal with that. Let me just have a look at what they're working with. It does look like they do have a garrison just south in that group of buildings towards the top of your screen. They're going to keep spawning off that and try and take it back, but they're currently defending. Well done. Good job on those lads hearing the call to get back. God damn it. This is a absolute meat grinder over the middle at the moment. Both teams playing very well. And Hagrid, it's something I say very often, and you know this from playing in pub matches. You can have the best commander in the goddamn world, and it's not going to matter unless you've got the shooters that can carry out orders.
Yep, 100%. The real carrying gets done by the squad leaders, I feel like.
The NCOs, like in the army itself. There we've gone. Slexi's something just going down after murdering McSale. I didn't see who that one is, but Asian lettering. This is the OPBHB trying to deal with this. The next point is currently being contested. Hagrid, can I get you to sit over the next point? I forget what it is. It is rail crossing. Can I get you to sit over there and just let me know what's going on there? OPBHB are starting to take back this middle sector, though. Let me know when you're over there, and we can have a look at what that cap's looking like. OPBHB done very well down this this southern side of the match. What they're trying to do is start to take out this EVO defense and get them off the flank, and that's been a massive issue. So this has been a huge push from OPBHB. They do have a good bunch of lads sitting over the middle of train station. Unless EVO can get back and deal with this, this is going to go... It's already half capped towards OPBHB. Let's try and say that fast 7 times in a row. OPBHB. This American side has pushed very well into train station. Unless EVO can get back, this is going to absolutely flip towards them. Very, very good push from OP. EVO, they've got to get back and defend.
So, Stu, that back at rail crossing, it looked like it was just the commander having a wander around from EVO's side, which was all that was capping it. But it looks like he's since redeployed.
Okay, either redeployed forcibly or not. We're not going to be sure of that. But this cap is absolutely going to go back. There are a couple of blueberries towards the bottom of your screen, which is the northern side of the map. Moishul, Demo Re. I'm going to read out half the names because I'm always going to get their names wrong because Let Loose does cut off a lot of them. Snow's going to push up as well, and Asian lettering down towards the bottom. They're going to try and get back, and they're not. It's not going to be enough to recap train station though. So this is going to go. Good composure from this OPBHB side to take it back. EVO, it's going to be incumbent on them. Let me have a look at what their garrisons did. I'll tell you what, they are struggling in terms of garrisons a little bit. Looks like supplies are going down in the middle of, which sector is that? That is going to be D. Number 7. So it looks like they're trying to get an attacking Gary up there, but they only have the one Gary left back on ruins. Obviously, after a map flip, you lose all the garrisons in the sector that we were talking about. But god damn it, let's go, boys and girls. OPBHB, after an early cap from EVO, are going to take back this middle point, and EVO's going to have to start taking it. Going to have to start working on that to deal with it. Couple of EVO lads moving around behind the OPBHB lines. They're going to get in, see if they can get a few kills and soften it up. But EVO look like they're resetting that battle line, coming south of ruins. It doesn't look like they've got anything north of ruins really, which is disappointing because there is a sniper from OPBHB that's just up there. He's going to cause a bit of a nuisance of himself. Electro's going to try and get some shots over there. Nobody's going to be able to hit anybody. Obviously, Electro with the submachine gun, he's going to be unable to do. Yep.
We're actually looking here. Evo's Jumbo 76 is trying to make a mad getaway through this little compound here, and it looks like he might be getting a cheeky little lunchbox placed on the back of him.
Oh, there you go. Obviously, when we flip over to Hagrid, we are watching... do you know if he managed to put one down?
I'm not too sure. I have a feeling like it clipped through the wall just enough to stop it, but he doesn't seem to be pursuing him anymore.
Excellent.
I'll keep an eye on it, and I'll let you know if that goes down.
I appreciate you, my guy. When you get nice and close, obviously because you're on that team, the blueberries for OPBHB are blueberries for you. You will be able to see that satchel if you get close enough to the tank. So let us know how that one plays out, my guy.
It looks like he did get the satchel down. That 76 is gone.
Ooh, I love a good lunchbox. Thank you very much, Charmer, for pointing out that the best way to say satchels in this game is, of course, lunchboxes. And I appreciate the living shit out of you, Charmer. Thank you very much for co-casting. That is another one of our friends over on Twitch. Go check out Charmandork. She is one hell of a human. Charmer, feel free to give yourself a little bit of a shout out in the chat. And go click on her name because she's a damn good human and a damn fun place to hang out. A very good push from EVO at the moment. We're looking back over train station. It looks like most of this match is going to be fought over train station. EVO are starting to dominate sort of this northern side of the map. They're well spread out. Just looks like they're trying to get kills at the moment. If they can soften up this OPBHB defense. OPBHB looks like they've taken that dominance over the southern side of the map. They've taken that dominance back from EVO. EVO obviously very, very strong up this southern side. But have a look at those red berries moving in the center of your screen. Moving up, and they're just trying to get on the flank of ruins. If you can take out this sort of area that we're looking towards the middle and left of your screen, it means that you're well and truly around the side of your enemy lines, and that'll put them in good stead. And that's exactly what they're trying to do, and I'm really enjoying some of this gameplay we're seeing. Welcome to everybody else that is watching the stream at the moment. I hope you're all having a damn good day. Welcome from Melbourne, Australia. The day is shit outside. Obviously, it's been raining like nothing else matters, but God damn it, it's a pleasure to have each and every one of you. Whew. Hagrid, I do know you told me before that there are thunderstorms scheduled for your area. Obviously, a lad from country Victoria. Are you still up? Are you still with us, Hagrid?
Yeah, still here, still going. Sun's actually back out, but I can see the clouds rolling in now, and they look very dark indeed. So we might be on for a thunderstorm or two later, but hopefully it doesn't interfere with how this goes today.
Hopefully it doesn't, but if we lose Hagrid, you'll know exactly why. I'm just cruising over to Ruins, because Ruins did just start getting taken from OPBHB. There weren't that many of them in, but EVO getting a good spawn wave back to start defending this one. Nagisa, Aria, a Lone Hawk. Potter and Roki, some of them, obviously a Lone Hawk going down as soon as I say his name. Hagrid, I don't know whether you know this, but there is a commentator's curse. As soon as we call out a name in this game, there's a good chance, there is a greater than 50% chance that they will immediately die.
Alrighty, well, I apologise in advance for any player that I call out in this cast.
Oh, don't apologise at all. We love getting kills as commentators. Good Evo defense, getting back to start putting that weight back on Ruin. So they've well and truly defended that. It looks like Don Vice is one of the snipers from OPBHB. He is in behind. He's going to start just seeing if he can be a bit of a nuisance. I love sniper squads that are being an absolute nuisance. Whilst there seem to have just sorted out some lines. There you go. Don Vice taking down Potter there. Good shooting, my friend. A Lone Hawk's just behind him. So let's get in nice and close and see how this fight goes down. Lone Hawk, he doesn't know this, but he's pushing out the wrong way. Let's see whether or not he gets the shot off. Don Vice taking down a Lone Hawk. There you go. I should just say, the commander for EVO this match is going to be none other than Turn of the Time, so genuinely good luck to him. Hagrid, who is the commander for OPBHB today, my friend?
The commander for OPBHB today is Cheese.
Cheese! Delicious. I fucking love them. It does depend on the sort of cheese, but I do love myself a little bit of cheese. Whilst we're just watching, we're seeing EVO doing some good pushes on the train station. Obviously, as OPBHB start to put some more lads on offense, I'll tell you what, that Ruins is still flashing backwards and forwards between contested and not. So, look, very good from OPBHB to try and take some of these EVO lads off offense, is to put some pressure on that next point, which is Ruins. But whilst we're looking at this, Hagrid, can I get you to go back and have a look at who's on artillery for this OPBHB side? Yes, I got that one right.
Yep, sure thing.
Let me know when you're back there. Obviously, I always struggle to find artillery when I fly back, but let me know when you're there, and we'll have a look at what defenses they've got sorted out and who's on the arty for that, because we need to give them the time of day.
Yeah, so we're back at there now, and it just looks like we have 3 squad leaders, 1 on each, no loaders by the looks of it, and it just seems to be 4 walls and a Belgian gate. Nothing too fancy, just some little simple barricade.
Nothing fancy, and obviously you did the artillery training the other day with OC, and you'd be aware the reason that they do squad leads is it gives them better communications with all the rest of the team, and it also lets you do more pings and sort all that stuff out. So obviously, squad lead, optimal to be on arty with. No loaders, but that means they've got 3 guns going continuously, and you love to see that. Whilst you're looking at that, let me just get back and have a look at the artillery for this EVO side.
There is nothing more satisfying, I think, than a full volley of artillery going off.
Oh, it's delicious. Unless you're obviously an infantryman trying to deal with it. Switching over to my screen, I'll tell you what, that could be the absolute difference at the moment. There are 0 people from EVO currently on the artillery. They do have some defense going. It looks like they're only wanting to defend the 1 gun. But that is interesting. Not having anybody on artillery is a massive fucking call. What we're going to do is, let's see how it works out for them. We're going to move back to Ruins because OPBHB have a very big push coming in. It looks like they've managed to clean up all of that EVO side that was around Ruins, and they're pushing in from the rear. EVO's going to need to get back and defend. They do have a garrison on Ruins, but we're not seeing a spawn wave. Artillery might have sorted that one out, as we are seeing some explosions at the moment. The garrison is there. Yeah, absolutely. And that's probably why this EVO team is unable to get off their Gary. There you go. Big spawn wave. Artillery with 3 guns going. You'd expect it to be coming in shortly. Is it going to be able to take out anybody? EVO starting to defend. Bombing run going in. That's going to take out the Gary. Very good bombing run from this OPBHB side. The artillery was managed to keep down the infantry a little bit, but there are still 4 of them left. OPVHB pushing in. Leaps going down there. Artillery still hitting around. Don Vice and Infidel are the last ones left. McSquishy taking one of them down, taking down Infidel there. Don Vice is sitting up there. The cap is backwards and forwards at the moment. Nagisa is one of the last lads there. Oh God, don't make me say these names, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a fight between him and Don Vice. The cap's going back towards OPBHB. That's a little bit of having Don Vice, who has managed to take down.
He is on fire. He just wiped an entire squad by himself.
Very good plays from Don Vice there. There you go. He is a contender. He is a contender, Hagrid, for our man of the match. The middle cap, train station looks like EVO have a bit of cap weight, and they're starting to take that one. But this fight is absolutely over this next point, which is Ruins at the moment. Leaps is getting in to try and defend. Bombing run going in from EVO, trying to clean up that point. Obviously, it didn't get too many. It looks like it might have got that Miss Squishy guy. But starting to be defended now from EVO. Once they got that spawn wave in, Leaps is going to have some work to do to try and clean this up. But the middle point, can I get you to hover over train station, Hagrid? I'll get you to be our man and a grand over there whilst I'm hanging around over Ruins, my dude. But EVO getting back to defend, which is very, very good of them. Once you're over there, let me yell out and we'll switch back over to your screen to have a look at what's going on over there.
So we're back at train station now, and it largely looks full of EVO players. OPBHB seems to have pushed further west out of the point. We've got Delamorte back here, and AR762 off to the side. Looks like he's trying to make his way back. But we do also have a big spawn in from the south and a Panther here.
Love a Panther. That is a Panther. Very good identification of tanks, Hagrid. Well done. Obviously, the tankers love the Panther. Big gun, very fast tank. They love hanging around in that. It makes the drivers happy. It looks like EVO have managed to mainly clean up most of this OPBHB push. I did just have a look at our map, and we'll have a quick look at that and see what they're working on at the moment. This EVO push into train station looks like it's mainly being worked off these OPs, which is G squads up there. I don't know why I said that so weirdly. E squads are back in there, and they're both in the F column. They do have a garrison in the F column behind the OPBHB lines. That's in F7. It is currently hot though, so they can't spawn off that. They've got a defensive Gary short of just south of Ruins, and a good line just behind to try and deal with some of that back cap. Hagrid, can I get you to pull up your map and we'll have a look at what this OPBHB side is working with?
Yeah, no worries. But I think the Panther just took out a Jumbo 76 that was rolling into point just in front.
Oh, delicious. I think
had my camera turned around the other way because the Panther had rotated and was cleaning up the infantry, but looks like he managed to swing himself back around and take it out.
Delicious. I love a bit of tank on tank action.
another vehicle going down as well. He's on fire today.
There you go. That Panther is absolutely doing some work. I'm going to switch back to Ruins because looks like OPBHB have got a big push coming in now. That is the 5 lads you're seeing. Aristrat, Don Vice, Leaps, Infidel, and Crispy Ch. EVO getting lots of lads back to defender. They are still currently defending, but this is what we're talking about before. This is coming down to gunfights. Rystrat, Sundowner managed to walk past him back towards the right of our screen. Managing to take down Rystrat there, so well done from Sundowner. Very good plays, my guy. Leaps 101, Leaps 0011, and Infidel are pushing up. EVO, they've got a bit of work to do to try and dislodge this OPBHB attack. Looks like Leaps, did he just take it? I think he just took down a garrison there, so very good play. Does that mean that, yep, and correct, he did just take down the garrison from EVO. So there are no garrisons left on Ruins from EVO. It's going to be incumbent on those 2 lads you can see, Sundowner being one of them and Asian Lettering being the other, to try and deal with this OPBHB side until they can get reinforcements in. But that is 6 lads to 2 sitting in this sector at the moment. EVO, they've got us.
If I can jump in.
Please. What do you got, Blue?
You just hit 500 followers, so congrats.
That is
quick thing.
That is 500 more people than I feel like I deserve, but thank you to each and every one of you. Obviously, followers of this channel are 67% better looking than the rest of the internet. It's not hard because the internet is full of neckbeards and people who wear fedoras. But let's get back to the game. It looks like OPBHB are going to be able to take down this Ruins thing. EVO are not going to be able to get enough back to defend this one. OPBHB pushing out from the strong point already, which is exactly what you'd like to see. If we start getting some of that sector control out, it's going to cut off this EVO's ability to get back and defend. Very, very strong from OPBHB this game, and we've seen this from them all tournament, Blue. I know you've been watching a lot of these games. OPBHB have just been very strong, and if I'm not mistaken, I don't think they've lost a game yet.
I don't think they have. I think they're currently undefeated. And they've also they've played a couple of friendlies and they've won their friendlies as well. So they're a very, very strong team. And EVO as well have this wave. They just do this wave. They just do this kind of push, and they just form a line and then just walk to the next point, and they just take out everything in their path. So yeah. I'd be interested to see what their tactics and what they're gonna do and what they're gonna combat each other with, because EVO have that strong push, and OPBHB have had the coming in from behind and flanking and stuff. So I'm excited to see how this goes.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I like about this, Hagrid. I know you're a little new to the old co-casting thing, but what I've really liked about this tournament is watching the 2 different styles and the 2 different approaches to Hell Let Loose clash against each other. And we have seen EVO try and maintain that line, but OPBHB, they've had that sledgehammer approach, and as Blue was saying, trying to get in behind the lines to try and disrupt that big EVO push. And it's been very effective. Obviously, they're currently still winning 4 points to 1.
Yeah, you did notice that right at the very start, though, how EVO spread immediately to the south to try and draw everybody out. But OPBHB, just like a spear tip, just went straight through it on train station, pushed straight out to the west side, and then it was just hard to rein them in from there.
Yeah, and I do wonder, obviously it's very, very well known how the Chinese teams tend to play this game. Whether or not that's something that OPBHB has looked over and thought about prior to the match and gone, what is the best way to deal with this? Do we have that sort of shotgun approach into the middle of the point, and then making sure all the squaddies and all the shooters have that awareness that if they are going to push in through the lines, that they are going to have those EVO lads on either side of them, and start clearing that out. But look, very, very strong from OPBHB, and I've genuinely enjoyed watching them play all of this tournament, let alone this game. EVO push back to their last point, which is 5-0 start. They are defending very, very deep. We are seeing sort of those wings of that Chinese line start to very good shooting down the middle there. A couple of those OPBHB lines that were pushing very, very close have started to cark it. We're going to get back and see what this recon squad's doing at the moment. Looks like they're just chilling out the back. That is Freak Fight something and Terex. 2 very good OPBHB sides. I don't think they have any artillery to deal with. Let me get over and have a look at that. Yeah.
Just quickly, I was following that Panther down, and he's actually been taken out. EVO managed to intercept him from the front, And then AT just shot him in the back and he's gone.
Oh, delicious. Sorry I missed that, but we are over. We do love a bit of tank action in this. Tanks, obviously. The reason we focus on tanks more than you'd think we should is mainly because tanks just sort of provide that area to fight over, that strong point to fight over where you might not have had one previously. Ruins did just start to get capped by EVO, so OPBHB just being a little more defensive at the moment, getting that sector control out towards the south, taking down lots of those EVO lads, but they have started to defend now, so that's genuinely good to see. Welcome everybody else that's joined in the stream. If you're viewing, we are on a 15-minute delay, and I miss being able to interact directly with you guys. But Blue is in chat, so she'll shout out any big messages and anything you've got to tell me. I hope you guys are having a good day, because you know what? Anytime I get to cast any of this, I am having a good day, and I fucking love each and every one of you guys. Having a look now at EVO, the EVO are the blueberries on your screen. They're pushing out towards that southern side. They have got around the OPBHB line, but lots of them are dying. So OPBHB well aware that that's exactly what EVO are doing. It's just gunfights at the moment to decide sort of who's going to win this middle ground in between these 2 points. 5-0 start and Ruins are the 2 points. I might just do a little bit of a recap over the match that has just happened, if you don't mind me, if you'll indulge me for 2 seconds. But early cap over the middle point from this EVO team before OPBHB have shown some genuine composure to take it back, defending the attempts of EVO to try and retake the middle. Now, OPBHB unable to defend Ruins, which was the next point, and they're going to keep... and OPBHB are going to keep trying to defend this one and push on to the next point, which is 5-0 start. God damn it, boys and girls. This is still a map, even though it is 4-1 currently towards the OPBHB side. This is still anybody's match. We have seen some very good pushes from EVO. We have seen some good shooting. This has been great. What are you looking at the moment, Hagrid? Do you have anything juicy for us to show?
Yeah, I'm actually looking at OPBHB's recon squad. So we got T-Rex here on Sniper, and then off to the right, we got Freak Fighter out there, who I think is just sitting close to the OP at the moment. But they managed to clean up 2 of the tank crew coming in at 76 on the repair, and T-Rex has just been farming. They must have an OP or Garrison for EVO just up here, and as you can see, he's just being relentless. He's not giving him a spare quarter at all.
Yeah, I love that. And that's like one of the biggest jobs of a recon squad, isn't it, Hagrid? Is to just be that thorn in the side of the enemy. You do stuff like taking down artillery, taking down nodes. You do all that team stuff. But if you're just fighting and mixing it up with them, I'll tell you what, that Terex guy has absolutely gone nuts. So many dead Evo around him. That was very, very well done.
And I think the big bit is too that it's the tank crew. They just can't get back to that 76. He's just in between the tank and where they're wanting to come in from, and he's just killing them every single time.
Looks like Anto has managed to get back in. Terex is going to leave the area and start just pushing onto the strong point itself. I'm going to move over there and have a look at Terex. Here we go. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Yeah. Just sort of running around. If EVO decide to push completely off the point, he will obviously put a bit of cap weight on that and make them realize they need more people on defense. And that's a really good important thing for the snipers to do and the recon squads to do. He's going to look out over this field. If he looks up now, he's going to be able to see somebody. He's absolutely going to miss that. He's just pretty intent to keep running on through. Sitting out on his own at the moment. That is Terex. Very good contender for our man of the match, Hagrid. And I need you to keep an eye on who's playing well and who we need to give our man of the match to.
Yeah, I'm actually just gone back to have a look at Don Vice because he was doing a phenomenal job earlier, and it looks like he's doing something similar. He's just found himself a nice little bush where no one can find him, and he's just picking off EVO players left, right, and centre.
Being a bit of a bush Wookie, EVO look like they've mainly put most of their lads on offense. So let me swing back and show you what I'm talking about. This is the southern side of the map, is towards the right of your screen. And it looks like EVO starting to surround that next point, which is Ruins. 52 minutes and 43 seconds left in the match. Goddamn, this is still anybody's match. EVO are not giving up without a fight. OPBHB doing a good push around the northern side. More open fields rather than the southern side of this Ruins point, which is mainly street to street, house to house battles. So I think that's what, Blue, I think that's what people really like about Carentan as a map. Is not only is it a very balanced map, but it provides those different sort of areas for you to fight over.
Yeah, you've got the wide open fields east and west of the map, and a little bit up the north, and then right in the middle of the map, right in the central area, you've got all of the buildings. You've got so many corners. You have to check your corners every time. You've got buildings that people can be hiding in, but then it provides you cover from, say, bombing runs. If a tank's coming after you, duck into a building, out into the courtyard. It may not get you, that sort of thing. So it's kind of one of those balanced maps where you've got a bit of everything. You've got a bit of everything all over the map, and depending on what side you play and what points you get, you may have advantage or disadvantage on that sort of thing. And I think people like this map because it has area for tanks to move. The tanks kind of get free reign, but then you can get all of your infantry in amongst the buildings, in through the hedge lines, and to cap and flank points. So it's kind of one of those ones where it's like it's anyone's game. Right from the beginning.
Yeah, I completely agree. And like I think that's the biggest thing, and I think that's what people like about it. It gives whatever style of play you've got in terms of Hell Let Loose, it gives you that room to be able to do it. EVO is what we're looking at the moment. They're the blueberries. They're pushing from the southern side of the map. They started to get a little bit of cap weight on ruins. So OPBHB are going to have to push back and try and defend this. They are starting to kill some of the EVO lads. We're looking forward to seeing some of these gun battles. They've managed to clean up most of this OPBHB side towards the south. Well done. That's Awakened Mountaineer, Karga, and Asian lettering towards the left. There's your lad from before, Hagrid. That's McCoyshel. Okay, that feels weird in my mouth every time I say it. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. Don't hate me for it.
Evo got a Gary down too, north of ruins, but it looks like this Panther just took it out. It was marked immediately as soon as it was put down.
Oh, you really like to see that.
All these Gary placements that Evo's doing.
I'm just going to point out Pope Van. He did just push off this little area here. It looks like he's got his OP down there. He did just take out an Evo OP that was providing a little bit of pressure on the middle of the point. Asian Lettering's going to push up, see whether he can deal with it. But Evo started to contest this ruins point now. There's just the one person in on the strong point at the moment, but they do have a bit of sector weight and a bit of cap weight. If you need to know what terms I'm using and what the hell I'm saying, why the hell I'm saying it, feel free to ask in chat. There are some very knowledgeable people, some people that have played a lot more Hell Let Loose than I've played in chat, and it's definitely worth hitting them up. Can I ask you, Hagrid, what are OPBHB looking in terms of garrisons and spawn points? Bit of a spawn wave there. Let's see what that was. Assuming that was an OP. That'll be an OP. Yeah, we can just see the glint of it sitting in the bush right there. Can I get you to pull up your map?
OP is the best OP. You got to hide them. Don't put them in an open field. Well, put them in an open field, but put them in the bush in the open field, and that's fine.
Exactly. You 100% do. That was a tank taking out a bunch of OPBHB. Very good push from Evo. Obviously, they're not stressing. They're just doing their thing. Taking a rocket in the ass. That was Night Soldier, I'm assuming. Night Soul something. Getting a rocket into the back of that. That is a 76 Sherman. That'll be both of his rockets taken down, and he's just been taken down by that Evo lad there. So, obviously, he got both of his rockets off. One hit, one missed. You can't win them all. That time he was running about 50%. OPBHB. Getting lads back to defend, though. God damn it. One hell of a match still. It is still flicking backwards and forwards. Bombing run coming in. That's going to be the Evo bombing run. It has managed to clean up a lot of this OPBHB side, and they are starting to cap. If they can get the infantry in to take advantage of the confusion that bombing run provided, they'll start to cap this one back, and we'll still have a goddamn game on our match, boys and girls. I'm sorry, Hagrid.
To do that, Stu, that'll be pretty powerful for them, because it looks like OPBHB currently is dropping an airhead to the I guess southeast of ruins. As you can see there, it's about halfway down coming in. In terms of rest of the garrisons, we've got one further southeast down here. We still have this northeastern one, which I feel like has been there since the very beginning of the game, and nobody has found it or destroyed it yet. And then they've managed to get a northwestern one, which seems to be predominantly where they were spawning before for their attacks.
Right. Like, that's huge. This OPBHB side, they're doing absolutely everything right. Not only are they winning gunfights, they are also, they've just got the strategy. Can I get you to go, I'll switch over to my screen. Can I get you to go find that airhead for me? And we'll just look over that and see what this push looks like from it, if you can, my friend.
While you have a look for that airhead, I just did a bit of sleuthing.
Yes.
And it turns out in week 2 of the APAI, I said it right, this is week 4, everyone, they both these teams played Carentan. So they've already played Carentan. They've probably had similar points as well. So they're already very familiar in this style, this 35v35 APAI. Yep. They've already played this map, so they're probably very comfortable on this. It just depends on who knows what, where the little sneaky spots are.
I have the airhead located now, sitting in the courtyard. Nobody's spawned on it yet, but it does have a little bit of a spawn timer on that one.
Yep. I think, do you know how long ago that one landed? It looks like we just got one spawn off it, but obviously when we switch over to rHagrid screen, we are looking at the OP BHB team, are the Blueberries. But I guess they did have a lot of pressure on that Ruins point. So I'm assuming they've called lots of people back for defense, which means they obviously didn't get that massive spawn wave that you can sometimes see off the airhead. So look, they can use that. Squad leads will use that to push off and start to get down some OPs and some spawn points to start putting more pressure on that 50-second start point, which is what EVO is currently defending. Here we go. We did just see a tank go down in the middle of the street from a precision strike. We always like to see some of that. I did miss what it was. I think it was that 76 Sherman from before. This one is exactly the one that went down to the precision strike. But obviously that's something that's fairly new to Hell Let Loose, so we're just getting around what's going on. OPBHB, if you have a look now, they've obviously responded very well to this Evo push, and they're currently in those backyard sort of gardens that you see towards the south of Ruins. Evo's still trying to create some dominance. This lad's going to poke out. He's going to take down like 50. Who's going to get grenaded as well, obviously making sure of that kill. Pope Finn going down as well. Lots of Asian lettering. He's going to swing out from behind him. It looks like he managed to take down Tits DDD. What a goddamn name. I love a good Steam name, and I hope you guys do too. Looks like EVO look like they've switched their attack towards the northern side of this Ruins point. Very good. They've started to hit too much resistance down the south, so they've pushed their attack out north. And when we keep talking about this Chinese line or wave style of play, and this is what it allows them to do, by pushing out on all fronts at once, it allows them to very fluidly move across and change up their line of attack. As soon as they've identified a weakness, they can get onto this OPBHB flank. OPBHB, they do have some lads out there, so they will be aware that there are plenty of lads moving down. Let's get in nice and close and have a look at rHagrid and Infidel, or what this fight's going to look like. They're both sides of the... rHagrid, that is, Infidel, getting the better of rHagrid there. He was being a bit of a human claymore. By that, I mean he was just sort of sitting down, doing nothing else except looking one direction and murdering whatever happened. Cap's starting to go towards EVO now. Good luck, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Big wave from EVO coming in. rHagrid, can I get you to tell me what the garrisons are looking like for BHB on the point?
There's just one, which is now completely locked up on Ruins on the northeastern side.
McCoyshall's taking that one down. McCoyshall's just taking down the garrison. That's him. Yep.
They've only got the one in the border of E5 and E4.
E5 and E4. We just saw McCoyshall taking down that garrison, so that's a very, very, very big move. Darkon getting down another garrison there. That's for OPBHB. So they still will have a spawn point. Very, very good work from those squad leads. Obviously, the communication is absolutely crucial in this game. Just to be able to say, hey, they're taking down our garrison. We're going to need one now. And I think that was about 5 seconds in between losing the garrison and getting another one down. So very, very good. Don Weiss from OPBHB is going to push up, seeing whether he can deal with this Evo push. Points currently contested. Nope, it's currently going to be defended by OPBHB. Yep. They've got enough back into the spawn point. rHagrid, sorry, don't mean to cut you off, my guy.
No, that's all right. I was just going to say that it should be a good time now for OPBHB to secure the defense on that point, as their 76 was actually held up a little bit back at spawn. There was a cheeky little puma hidden in a bush down near the HQ and was just taking rear shots at it. Didn't look like any damage was done and was eventually taken out, but, you know, any time you can hold up a 76 back out of the action is good.
Yep, we're looking at a 76 at the moment from this Evo side. We did see it. We did see an assault player trying to run a lunchbox up on it. Kiebs looks like he's going to keep trying to push out and deal with this tank. If they get a satchel on this tank, I don't know about you, rHagrid, nothing makes me happier than a satchel tank. As an infantryman, nothing makes me happier. Can I just say, this is 15 minutes in the future, but Lieutenant Colonel Soundboard, none other than the man, the myth, the legend himself. Thank you very much for the raid. I can't say thank you for 15 minutes because we are on a delay, but welcome in, you beautiful motherfucker. If somebody can give him a shout out, I feel like he doesn't need one, because if you're not following him, what are you even doing with your life? I swear. Looks like that 76 is going to start moving away. Yep. EVO, they've got a very strong push into point now. Very well done. They're starting to mop up some of this OPBHB side. The cap is half capped. The point is half capped towards EVO. OPBHB scrambling to try and defend. I don't know why I said that so weirdly, but we're going to keep running with it. Like 59, I'm assuming that name is, and Delamort are the last of the OPBHB boys on this hard cap, and it's going to be incumbent on then on just to try and do some murder and wait for reinforcements until the rest of this OPBHB side can get back in and deal with them. But EVO showing some great composure to try and take back this. It looks like OPBHB have started to cap the last sector, and they have just started to defend as well. So they can get that cap on. Hagrid, can I get your camera over that last sector, please? And if anything big and juicy happens over there, we'll absolutely switch over to you, and I'll look forward to it, my guy. OPBHB getting a bit of a spawn wave in there, so they're going to start defending this. Very, very, very... That was millimeters away from EVO trying to cap that one. So very good defense to get back in there. Roki from EVO is going to keep just holding up in a building, trying to deal some damage. He's just off the back there. He's just sort of try and see whether or not he can pick off some guys and allow the rest of his spawns and the rest of this EVO side to get back in there. But OPBHB, they have got lads back. Oh, geez, it's flickering in between. I can't call this one, boys and girls. Big EVO spawns coming in towards the top of your screen, which is the northeast side of your map. Taken out by artillery. Artillery is dialed in. Obviously, as an infantryman, spawn dying. Lots of it going down there. That is very, very good work from this OPBHB side to get their artillery and give them like logical points to be able to shoot their artillery. Carentan has lots of choke points. Another spawn wave. Let's see whether they're able to get away, or is artillery going to deal with them as well? One of them going down to gunfire then, but it looks like these OPBHB artillery has moved off from the point, so, oh, that just missed them. Hey, WWW, I'm sure he doesn't know. There was a precision strike going into that building. It did manage to take down some of them, but there is still an EVO push. OPBHB managing to defend. They do have that good spawn wave coming back in. Hagrid, can I get you to have a look at what spawns they're looking at the moment? And we'll flick over to your screen and have a look at your map, my dude.
Yep, so on Ruins, there only is the one garrison now. They actually had one down here, but as soon as EVO managed to get some players on, they immediately went down, took it out, as well as the supplies. But as soon as it went down, the OPBHB boys instantly put another one up on the western side there, which they seem to be holding quite nicely at the moment. And I think that's how they're able to successfully defend Ruins at this point.
Yeah, it's been delicious, and we just saw that. That's twice we've seen that. As soon as the garrison goes down, they've had the communication and the ability to get back and put it up and allowed them to do that scrambling defense that we just saw. I'm having a look at the EVO garrison situation. It does look like they've got a defensive one on 502nd start itself, and aside from that, we are looking at one just behind, which is obviously going to be dealt with by that recon side from OPBHB. Who obviously just got taken down because it was blocked, but now it is no longer. And one slightly to the north, one slightly to the left, and one very far behind to the west of the map. In terms of attacking, they are just running off these garrison, off these OPs at the moment. So it is squad v squad v squad. Just trying to put pressure on Ruins. It has been successful up until now, but OPBHB getting back and defending, so props to them. Good scrambling defense, and we've genuinely enjoyed watching this one.
I have a question.
What do you got, Blue?
If there's a very important question. Are there any medics on the field?
You know what?
Question.
I am not seeing any. I'm not seeing any medics at all, and I don't know about you, Blue. I am a paramedic, and I genuinely love seeing that. There's a bombing run going in right there. That is going to be the EVO bombing run. I didn't see if it took out too much, but I'm assuming that was aiming at the garrison. It did. It just took out the garrison in the middle of your screen there. So OPBHB, let's see whether or not they're able to scramble and start to get that garrison back up. Spawn wave coming off that OP to try and get back and defend. Very good sustained pressure from EVO. I've really liked watching this team play, and I hope they keep doing good things in this competition and this tournament. Whew. There is so much going on.
There is a lot going on at the moment. Blue, I just had a look around and I'm actually not seeing any medics.
Oh, so far at the moment.
But it is very interesting. It's interesting to see, though, that OP BHB is still running 3 artillery, like solo artillery batteries at the moment, and EVO still has nobody on Arty.
No, Arty.
That seems to be the thing. EVO doesn't tend... I haven't really seen EVO... sorry, checking my brain memory. Yep. I don't remember EVO having much Arty, and then OPBHB would have at least 1 at all times, I think it was. So it seems like they're relying on that, and EVO just kind of like, we won't worry about Arty, we'll kind of swamp them or something. So the tactics are very different on that end, and it's interesting to see how it kind of works for both of them.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like in the current meta, artillery is so goddamn strong. It is a very, very big call from this EVO side. And look, the fact that they've been able to fight it out and scramble as well as they have without artillery support, I think has been very impressive. But OPBHB, obviously, looks like this point is flickering backwards and forwards. EVO, still with the push. OPBHB look like they've got around the back, which is the right of your screen, to try and deal with this. Kieb's taking down one of the EVO lads right there. He's been very, very good this game. Delamont, I'll tell you what, I just keep... The amount of times I call out OPBHB names that have been absolutely winning gunfights has been amazing. I don't know who I'm going to call man of the match. I have zero idea. This is going to be on you, Hagrid, to pick one out for me, my guy.
Medic. Any medic, that's the one.
Any medic?
It's going to be tough because everybody is playing very well today.
Oh, it absolutely is. This EVO side's been very strong as well.
I have a question.
Yeah,
again,
what have
for
you
myself. What does the map look like? So if you guys pull up the map real quick.
Yep.
Because I reckon whether or not you have Arty will depend on what you're defending. If you're pushing and you're pushing points that are more open, you'll probably want to run Arty so that you can bomb it. If you're pushing points that are more covered, you probably don't want Arty because they'll just hide in buildings and you won't get them anyway. So I reckon how much Arty you have is based on what the map looks like and what points you're pushing. Because the more open ground, Arty just wrecks anything in its path, really.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think the other thing, Blue, with Arty is it works really well with choke points. So if you've got nowhere really to focus your artillery on and your squads aren't giving you enough information to be able to direct your artillery, it's sort of like fishing blindly sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah. That's what I'm like. It's like if they aim for the point, sure, they could get it. But like if we're looking at ruins here, ruins, there's a bunch of buildings. They can land their Arty around the point, but whether or not they're going to get anyone will depend on whether or not they can get someone in a building. And that can be very difficult. So I reckon they're going, we'll cover the fields. Cover the fields with the Arty, cover like the main roads in those big courtyard areas, but don't worry about the point too much because they're in a building anyway. We'll send the infantry in behind the Arty, in the points where you can kind of sneak along, but cover the fields so they can't like do a mass push.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, Blue. Also, artillery, not something that I do. EVO still very strong onto this point. They have provide that sustained pressure that we continually talk about and bang on about on this stream. Hagrid, can I get you to have a look at the next point? 502nd. I just want to see what OPBHB are doing. If you're over there, give me a yell and we'll flick over to your camera and we'll have a quick squeeze.
So I'm looking at it now and have been kind of trying to loosely follow on with what's happening. It looks like it's just largely recon pressure, but there is a squad that's kind of holding the streets at the start of the town. And every time EVO tries to go down one of the streets, they kind of just seem to get taken out. But it doesn't look like they're really trying to push too hard at the moment. I would say they're probably trying to, secure ruins first, and then they'll do something. Then they're just trying to stop some of that EVO. That's a nice firefight at the end of the alleyway there.
Going down to the little skirmishes in the corners of everything.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
I feel like Carentan does that well. There's
100%.
so many tight little corners, windows, houses, everything, and it just makes for great little skirmishes.
Yeah, every building, every corner you have to check. When you're running down the street, you have to go into that building on the left and check all 3 floors because someone could be hiding at the top. And they're going to shoot you as soon as you go past. And then they're kind of covering the whole street that way. So it's like you've got way more corners to check than, say, somewhere where it's like 3 or 4 hedge lines and you're like, they're going to be on the other side of the hedge line. It's like any time you turn, there could be someone waiting for you, or a AP mine, or there's a tank down the other end of the road. Yeah. It's like, it's tricky to push, but then again, you have the cover, so it's like almost half-half at all times.
I find map knowledge is huge in Carentan as well. Knowing which buildings you have to look out for, which buildings you can get up onto, which ones have good sight lines as well. I think that's absolutely huge. EVO doing a very good push again. It looks like all that work they were doing earlier with that sustained push is starting to come to fruition. They have started taking ruins back from this BHB side. We are just over half an hour left in this match. There you go. BHB, they're going to have to push back and defend this one because EVO very, very strong into this point right now. And we'll see if if they manage to flip this point, this could be a completely new game. And it could give them the ability to start rolling over the rest of the points. I might just recap, if that's all right, if nobody minds. But this match so far, we saw an early cap of that middle point, which is train station from EVO, before BHB showed some composure to take it back before pushing on and pushing EVO out of ruins after a very good defense from this EVO side. The points are now 5-second start for EVO and ruins. Let's get off the map because EVO already half capped onto this ruin strong point. Let's see whether BHB can scramble and show some of that composure that they showed early in the game. It looks like that infantry that's moving up from the top is starting to have it. There's a Panther running through the middle of point. It's going to be incumbent on EVO to try to start dealing with that. It's got one rocket in the back from Axel. One rocket's not going to do it, though. He's going to need to get another one. He's going to reload the rocket. That is 2 rockets into the back. That Panther's not looking healthy. It's going to need somebody else. Looks like Axel is just redeployed to try and get himself some rockets. There's some artillery smoke going back in. BHB have started to defend. That's very, very good from them and genuinely good to see. It looks like they've got a couple of lads towards the top of your screen, which is the south of the map, getting around the back of this EVO side, and that's been very, very good for them. Just having that map awareness and that idea of where some of their lads are moving in from. I did just see artillery take out an BHB side. Can I get you to go over and tell me? Actually, I can have a look at that.
Stu, I'll just let you know now. Yep. They've actually got one person back on Arty at the moment.
There you go.
I'm wondering if that's where that Arty smoke is coming from.
EVO decided he absolutely needs to they absolutely need to get somebody on artillery, but just as I say that assault has been taken up. Big swing. That is going to be that Puma going down, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry. Yep. The Panther. God damn it. I can't do tanks. By Puma, I of course mean Panther. 2 completely different sorts of tanks, but it did get taken out by artillery, so it's not something they need to worry about anymore. But BHB...
There's 3 tanks with a P in it. That's just confusing.
I know. And don't even get me started about the lucky little Lux. What the hell is it that could... There we go. I feel like it wouldn't be a cast if I didn't get a tank wrong.
At least you didn't call the 76 to 75 for an entire match.
Yeah, look, that will happen. But I feel like people are fairly forgiving. People aren't forgiving, and you should give me shit about it every time, just so you know.
I think if we're so high up, I think going, yep, that's the heavy, and then maybe guessing it right. Some of them are quite easy, like a looks you can really kind of, and then the recons are quite easy, but then it's like sometimes if it's behind a building and...
For me, it's absolutely the sound of the Lukes that does it for me. Like,
I just want to quickly jump in too. It looks like BHB has managed to get a garrison up to the southwest of 5-second start, tucked neatly in the little corner here. The commander actually dropped in, put that down, and a recon squad came off it. So it looks like they're setting themselves up for a nice offensive.
Yeah,
that's a nice corner. I like that corner.
That's delicious. If 2 spawns off it, then if they can start providing some pressure on this side, this could be this could cause some problems for this EVO team. Obviously, they're concerned and just want to take back ruins at the moment, and that's where the majority of their push is. I'm having a look over at me. They're sort of developing that line up down towards the south of the map and up towards the north as well. So they're pushing out from the point. If BHB can sucker them into ruins just enough, point has started to go flip towards EVO. God, the amount of times I've said that this match. This has been one hell of a match of Hell Let Loose. Neither side willing to give an inch. Still can't call it. But if they can sucker EVO in and defend this point, that garrison that rHagrid was just showing us down towards the south, and behind the Evo lines. That'll cause them some problems if they can defend this and get them back in. Artillery doing some work. This is an infantryman's nightmare in terms of artillery at the moment. Leapso 101111 and Kiebs are pushed out nice and deep, so they're kind of on the Evo flank. He won't know it. Let's get him nice and close. He's going to get taken down, obviously, as soon as I mention him by Quinico. I don't know what the names are.
That's one kill of Stu.
Yeah, that's
keeping a tally.
I appreciate that. Obviously, the commentator's curse. As soon as we go look at somebody, they're of course going to get brutally murdered. That's the way these things work. Evo's still capping.
I got 16 in my cast as well, so
nice.
We're racking up the numbers.
I've got to start a counter, I swear, for my mods to put up every time the commentator's curse happens. Evo pushing in. OPBHB defending very, very deep on this point. There is still the 4 of them hanging around point at the moment. There is the 3 Evo boys pushing up into the middle. There's an airhead going down. Let me see. That is going to be an Evo airhead. It looks like a Delamort. Delamort is well aware of that one going down. So it's going to be incumbent on him to get... Nope, he's going to move away. I'm not sure whether they saw that. Bombing run going in as well to try and cover that one. That's going to be the OPBHB bombing run, if I'm not mistaken. There's going to be the Evo bombing run. For those of you playing at home, that is the Grim Tim special.
Yeah, just quickly, Stu. I've been monitoring this garrison back here, and it looks like Nagisa from EVO has managed to find it and take it out. He's now working on the supplies that are back here. So that OPBHB garrison that was southwest of 502nd Star is no longer there.
No kidding. I think, did that bombing run... That was both teams' bombing runs.
I think that bombing run got the airhead.
I think it did. I think you might actually be right with that. It was in the middle of my screen, but I can't call or see anything. There are a billion things I need to look at. But no good with the airhead. He gave it a crack, but OPBHB, obviously, as we've continually seen them this entire game, has got back to scrambled back to defend, and they've started to deal with this Evo push. What I do like, despite the fact they've managed to get back and defend nice and deep on the point, they do have, OPBHB have got this very nice looking northern flank there. Red Clay is going to be the OPBHB on the offense there, pushing up with Smokes and Small Sweat. They're going to be up there, and they're going to start causing some problems from Evo. That garrison, as Hagrid said before, down towards the south has been taken out. But good lord, if you're watching at home, what a goddamn match. 25 minutes left to go in this one. Oh, I knew I was right to be excited about this match. Have a look at that. OPBHB really getting up on that right flank of Evo. Through the cemetery area that you're looking at right in the middle now. Don't know how this is going to go. They're going to go take down one of them. That was Dark Times or Terex that managed to take him down then. They are around the side. So hopefully Evo are aware that OPBHB have got around on their flank and they start putting some guns out that way. Dark Times is going to keep pushing up. He will see that Evo boy if... Nope, he's not going to see it because Dark Times is going to be brutally murdered. That's what happens as soon as we call people out. They get horribly and hideously murdered by the opposition. Evo not giving up on this Ruins point. They're going to keep pushing in. Under 25 minutes left to go in this match. This has been massive. Oh, I hope you guys are enjoying it at home because I am genuinely enjoying being here casting with Hagrid and BlueRoseJelly.
Just a quick update too. It looks like Evo has pulled off RD completely.
No more arty for them. Yeah. So sporadic arty. I wonder if that's part of OPBHB starting to deal with that artillery and they just go, fuck it, we can't do it. I can't have anybody on arty because they keep dying. Let's just run as infantry. I'm always wondering, but can I just get you to have a look? Are this OPBHB side still running 3 guns?
That I can go have a look at if you'll let me zoom back across. I can just go with the map, actually.
Yeah, the best way is looking at the map.
Yeah, it looks like there is. Still running the 3, 1 on each.
I'll have a look at my map, and I just want to see whether or not this Evo side has got any recon out there. And it doesn't look like they do. So, obviously, they're running 3 guns. They've been pretty safe, because there is nothing from this... Evo time. Yep.
There was a Puma actually came in on the west side of the point and has managed to take a tank out himself.
That was actually a Puma, and not a misidentified Panther from me.
Yeah, so that's the Puma there. I'm not quite sure what he was able to take out.
That looks like the 76.
Yeah,
it is a 76. So very good work from that Puma. The lucky little Puma that could. Ruins started. It is currently contested. It looks like OPBHB are going to be able to get back and defend it. Jesus, I don't know how many times I've said that this match. This has been huge, and it's starting to go towards EVO now. They've managed to win a few of the gunfights. What sort of spawn points are OPBHB looking at on Ruins, Hagrid?
On Ruins, so they still have that one up in the northeast, on the border of E4 and E5 that nobody has managed to seem to find at this point. But otherwise, they have one south, sort of in that garden area, that's below Ruins. But other than that, the rest all seem to be quite back near a train station.
I'll tell you what, Blue. You know when we were talking about before how you have to hide OPs in bushes. This little OP that's sitting in this bush at the moment. Let's get in there. I told you there was an OP there. That has done some goddamn work. The amount of spawn waves we've seen coming off that has been genuinely worrying. And it doesn't look like Evo's even aware of it.
That little OP that could. That's the thing. If you got to put them away from a wall. You can't put them right on along the hedge line. Put them a little bit out, because when people run past that hedge line, they'll take it out from the other side. If you put them in a bush, they might run along. Like if you're in that corner and there's a couple of bushes slightly out over in the field, put them in the bush in the field. Don't put them along the hedge line, because everyone will use the hedge line for cover, and you can spawn out and then just duck quickly, and it might be far enough away that you won't lose it. And like this one, it's hidden enough that people aren't going to see it. It's probably against a wall that you're not going into that courtyard on the other side. So unless they're actually in that courtyard, they're not going to get it, and they're not going to see it, and they may not hear it either, especially with all the noise happening. So it just depends. But I find hiding them, it makes them a lot harder to see and a lot harder to figure out where someone's spawned from. Yeah,
absolutely it is. And spawning in that little courtyard, it doesn't look like Evo has managed to see any of those spawn waves, or you'd assume that OP would have been taken out. Whilst we were talking, Madcap just went goddamn ballistic with the old MP40. One of my favourite guns in the game. One of my favourites. He did a bunch of murder there. We're going to swing back over. We haven't spent much time looking at it, but we're going to go have a look at there now. This is 5-0-second start. This is the Evo defensive point. Not too much of an OP BHB push on that right now, but they do have a couple of, it looks like a squad moving from the southeast towards the top of your screen. And we did see the recon squad out towards our left. There you go. Don Vice has been doing some work, and rHagrid is over there as well. They're just pushing in, see if they can get some kills. They're going to be defended by Big Zhuang and Potter. Don Vice dying. Very, very good. Rocket. I don't know where that rocket was going, but I feel like I should follow that one. Nope, that was a flare.
Flare.
Never mind. Flare's going up. I love a good flare in this game.
I feel like I should say, though, Stu, that Don Vice has been down in this point for a little while now, being an absolute nuisance. And he's still there with rHagrid, and also that little Puma that could.
Is that still going around?
No, he unfortunately got taken out as he tried to pick another fight with a Jumbo 76. He got taken out by AT, so...
I feel like it did its job. It got its fuel's worth in that one. We're currently looking at... This is a 75 Sherman. Medium tank for the Allies side. Just sort of pretty happy to sit out over this field and provide some fire support. We did see that Ruins cap get contested as well. We're under 20 minutes in this game. Still anybody's, but Evo has all the work to do to try and crack this OP BHB defense. I tell you what, all props to this Evo side. They have not given up. They are absolutely trying, but OP BHB has been a solid defense. It looks like they've pulled lots of their lads back. They're pretty happy to sit on defense. Look at that. That is a squad or two that's been spawning out there. Well done, lads. Looks like they've just spawned off this garrison. They've just got down the street from 5-0-second start. So we just saw a big spawn wave off that. Spread out nicely. Just trying to probe the next point, figuring out where they're going to push from. Evo are going to have to probably push out and get that sector control out far enough to try and deal with that garrison. Otherwise, the spawn waves of this garrison are going to cause them problems.
Yeah, I think at the moment would be a good time if they can manage to push off that garrison into 5-0-second start, because it only seems to be a handful of Evo players there. The rest of them that are on 5-0-second start are actually scrambling around trying to find this OP for that recon squad. And it looks like rHagrid's actually moved it back to Artie, where the Artie is. So they're wandering around still looking in these hedges and just can't seem to find it.
Right, and I feel like that's really good recon play, isn't it, Hagrid? That ability to just be, you're enough of a pain in the ass that you've dragged men back off, infantry back off point to try and deal with you, and then just moving that OP around so you keep hitting them from different angles, keep being just a thorn in the side of the enemy.
Yeah, 100%. Like there's 2 squad leaders back there and four other infantry members, and I think that's a lot just to try and take down one nuisance recon squad back on the point.
God damn it, if you're in chat, behave yourselves. I've got Blue here. She is moderator for the chat, and one hell of a Twitch streamer herself. Twitch.tv/BlueRoseJelly if you're wondering who the disembodied voice of BlueRoseJelly is. Yeah, if I'm not plugging you, if you're not already following BlueRoseJelly, are you even on Twitch? That's a question I've got. Very good push. We're looking at the middle of our screen right now. Big push from EVO, moving up the middle. Looks like most of it was dealt with. They do have an EVO tank in the middle. I want to see, is that a 75? That is a 76 Sherman. Just sitting in the middle of the street. Let's get a good viewpoint about what we're looking at there. Lots of machine gun fire, providing support for that infantry. It does have infantry support. He doesn't know it, but he does have... That was almost a satchel from that assault lad. Not going to be able to get it down. Sunlisty is going to be able to avenge him, but obviously he does not have a satchel. But he's going to start shooting in that tank, convinced that it needs to be further back. Bombing run going in. That's cleaned up a lot of OP BHB. Evo's going to need to take advantage of that and start pushing it in. Point is currently contested. It's flicking backwards and forwards. You guys know that. As people die, as people spawn, then at that point will flicker consistently until somebody gets an advantage. Oh, we just saw that 76 that we were talking about die. He might have got the satchel on after all.
Yeah, I think a lunchbox was placed on him for sure.
Oh, that is absolutely my bad for missing that one, but you can't win them all. I do try and capture everything, but there is only 2 of us, and we can't see everything that's happening, obviously, because we're on the EVO side. I did not see that satchel. That's the way this works. EVO pushing in, one of them dying just then. OPBHB well aware that the push is coming from this side, and they're going to clean it up. That is going to be Uno and Leaps 011. That Leaps guy has played one banger of a match, I swear. The amount of times I've called that guy's name out is getting genuinely terrifying.
He seems to always be in the thick of it, Stu.
Oh, he does. He does. So, genuine contender for our man of the match. Evo pushing around that northern side as at the moment, as well as down that main street. OPBHB sitting nice and deep in the point. They do have Delray number 51 and Dyslexic something. Funny I couldn't say the name, given it says Dyslexic something. AR762, we've said his name a bunch, like 50-something, Delamort and Uno. They are going to be the bulk of the defense. It looks like Evo got a spawn wave out, but BHB more than up to the task. Quinico did manage to take down one of those lads, but he has a lot of work to do, given it's just him left on the offense. He does have Waken Mountain in defense, backed up by Tomorrow G. Nagisa, Kaga, and Sundowner are going to keep moving up to try and put this pressure on this point. But very good defense from OPBHB, Hagrid. We've seen this all game. Whenever they take a point, they are responding so well. I think it shows how good the communication between this side is.
Yeah, 100%. And I was just watching the artillery come down then, and they have been phenomenal too. I just saw 3 guys get taken out by 1 shell. They've been an absolute thorn in the side of Evo this entire match.
Oh, look, absolutely. And I think Evo probably needed to do more to start dealing with whether it's snipes or whether it's recon squads getting back to deal with it. I would have liked them to identify how bad artillery has been against them, that they needed to get back and deal with that. But they didn't do that. But I feel like as much as Evo are, they are a brilliant Hell Let Loose side. This is all learning. 35v35s isn't something that everybody plays on a week-to-week basis. So just watching teams grow has been a really good part of this competition. As we say, growing in Hell Let Loose, Hagrid, you are now an OC trial, if I'm not mistaken, my friend.
Yes, correct, Stu. I am trialing for OC. I've been in it for, I think, roughly about 3 weeks now. And it has been a great experience, if I'm going to be completely honest. Quite the learning curve, though, when you've got to try and take yourself out of the public match mindset and then go into some of these training sessions and then look at it from a competitive point of view. It completely flips it on its head, and you realize you don't know as much as you think you did about Hell Let Loose.
100%. It's almost a completely different game, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
And as I say that, I'm sure one of the OC lads will post the OC Discord into chat. We're always looking for new people. If you like some of this stuff that you're seeing, go give them a yell. And I say as well, if you're of the American persuasion or one of our Chinese friends from over the water, have a look at these clans. If you see some of the names that you're seeing on stream today in-game, most of the people are pretty happy to say hi to new people, welcome new people in, and show people the ropes. So give them a yell in-game, and they both have their Discords, which I don't have the links to, which is a little bit disappointing, but I'm sure if any of them are watching, feel free to post your links to your Discords or wherever you hang out. I'm more than happy to plug you guys as well. God damn it.
Hang on, I think I have their Discords. Let me just pop them in chat.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Just quickly, we've got a little bit of cap weight coming on 5/2 at the moment. It looks like, though, that a bit of a spawn wave from EVO's managed to bring that back down, with the Greyhound also coming in onto the point. But it looks like we've actually got an OP BHP squad pushing in.
We do.
Rather than just Recon.
I feel like it's I haven't had enough time to talk about the OP BHB side, offensive side so much, because we've been spent so much time with the on their defensive points. But that is AR762, Hope Vin, Rystrat is that squad you were talking about. EVO trying to get back and defend. They will be aware that they've got plenty of enemies sitting around there. Just sitting around 5/02 start. Nagisa taking down Rystrat. Well done, lad. Chinese lettering from EVO is just sitting there. Tank taking out one of those boys there. That Chinese lettering, man.
Greyhound's been satcheled, Stu.
Ooh, let's have a
satchel off. And there's a few EVO players right around it at the moment. So if that goes off right now, it'll be another cheeky couple of kills as well.
Did we see who got the... there you go. Oh, I love a satchel. That could be all the difference taking out that Greyhound. Did we see who managed to get the satchel onto that tank? Obviously, it's a bit difficult.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch the name before he was taken out, but that's a Greyhound and 3 infantry right there.
Oh,
huge. It looks like only Nagisa are on point.
Who doesn't love a good lunchbox in this game? I goddamn swear, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. If a satchel tank that also takes out artillery doesn't get you up and about it, I guarantee you have never jumped into a Hell Let Loose game. Oh, let's go, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Don't mind me while I die of the Black Plague. OPBHB, very good push. We're watching that now. Very good push, basically straight from their next point. They're using that sledgehammer approach they used before. Scrambling defense from EVO. A Lone Hawk probably managed to take down that guy. Lone Hawk, obviously one of the team orgs for EVO and a damn good human. Electrot going down. This has been some good gunfights from OPBHB, just providing some support. Crew is going to keep pushing up from OPBHB. If EVO don't get back and defend this, we're going to start seeing this point flipping as long as OPBHB keep winning gunfights. Another explosion going off in the middle. I didn't see exactly what that is. Small Swat's going to be tip of the spear with Crew on his left side. And he absolutely, Small Sweat getting brutally murdered. Crew doing some murder of his own there, getting a good headshot, so I didn't see who it was. Potter's running into defense. AR762 is pretty happy to sit in defense. Crew is the assault lad. Just sort of biding his time, finding a good spot that overlooks the point, and just waiting for reinforcements. And that's what we're looking at over 5/02 start. As we fly over the map, out towards the next point, which is still ruins, we're seeing OPBHB very, very deep on this point. But that said, they do have Dark Honors pushed out towards the north to try and deal with this EVO push that's happening from out there. But they have pushed down the main road. I think that's been crucial for them. They've completely blunted this EVO attack. As I said that, they murdered a bunch of them. Waken Mountain is sitting up the top. It's going to be a fight in there between him and Don Vice. We'll see whether or not who's going to be able to kill who there. They're going to be up to the same floor shortly. Waken Mountain doesn't look like he's looking out the right way. Don Vice is, they're in the same floor. Waken Mountain going down to Don Vice. Very, very good. Clearing out that building. He'll be very, very happy with himself. Obviously, the close quarter battles, they always feel like that they can go 50-50. They feel like they can go either way, but OPBHB winning that one, and they're going to keep pushing out. EVO look like they've got a bunch of people back on defense now. They are sitting nice and deep. We are under 10 minutes left in this match. 10 minutes. There is currently 8 minutes and 26 seconds left in this match. rHagrid, are you having fun, my guy?
I'm absolutely loving this. It's just been an amazing showcase of Hell Let Loose.
It's nuts, isn't it? And to be able to watch it from admin cam, I feel like adds so much more. There is a little bit of tank support. It looks like that is going to be a Panzer IV from OPBHB. It's on fire. It's not looking too healthy. It has just pushed through some infantry, which is looking out towards the right. but it is going to continue. It's got infantry support on its right, and I feel like that's something we talk about a lot on these casts, and we haven't really today. The ability of these teams to coordinate combined arms. We've seen the artillery work and infantry work of OP BHB do some very good work for them, but also the ability of these tanks to work up with the infantry to start moving and taking points is something we haven't talked about, and I think that's some of the difference. Lots of shots going out from that tank. It's going to keep shooting. I'm assuming he doesn't currently, but I would assume that somebody's going to get out and repair that tank. Perhaps they just want to sit there. They don't feel safe enough to do it, but that tank is on fire, and tanks should not be on fire. Just putting it out there.
Yeah, just quickly, Stu. There's a Panther now that's pushing into 502nd start with 2 engineers on top of him for the repairs.
Oh,
that's something you love to see.
Interesting strat, and that's what we're talking about. The infantry, those engineers are there to both support that tank and do some repairs, but it's also there so that they can start dealing with infantry that's around them. It's been very strong. This game from OPBHB has been very strong, and I think they utterly deserve to be 4-1 up in this match with about 6 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. EVO are sitting very deep on this point, trying to defend it, but with that tank moving up, that's going to provide some problems with them. They do have, just towards the south of the point, don't mind me while I get my compass points mixed up, they have taken control of that warehouse. Like 50 Nin is going to push up and try and deny them that area to the south. But he's taken down 1 and 2. If he can get that last Evo lad, that will be everybody. Nope, actually, I tell a lie. He has cleaned up that warehouse, so very, very good play from him. Demo re-ed from Evo is just on the other side of the wall. He's going to die to artillery. Excellent, as soon as I say it. And like 59 is going to die as well. So that's everybody we were just looking at getting brutally murdered in one way, shape, or another.
I really love this play here, Stu, with the infantry squad pushing in just before on 502nd start, and now the Panther also putting pressure on. I feel like it's alleviated a lot of pressure OPBHB had on Ruins, and has now kind of pushed it onto 502nd start. So that's going to give them a nice little break, I think, for the last 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah, I completely agree, and we're sort of getting up to that point. I never know the math, but somebody will sort me out exactly when we finished. But how long it actually takes to take points? So this could be already a win for OPBHB. Is it 2 minutes or 3 minutes? That's the one I always.
Believe it's 2 minutes, and 1 minute an offensive.
Nope, that's the wrong one. We're going to go here. We did not need to look at my face there. That's all right. If there's not a mistake in a cast, are you even watching a Hell Let Loose cast? I freaking swear. Evo's still trying to push on this Ruins. It's almost getting down to the point where it's completely for pride for them. But look, I feel like they are currently losing 4-1, and I just don't think the scoreline tells the whole story. Lots of them just died there. Very, very, very strong OPBHB defense. You'd expect most of them to be pushing back to defend at the moment. Once it gets under sort of that 4 minute mark, you'd expect for them to basically put everybody on offense to try and take all points from this match. Obviously, in the APAI, both wins and sector cap points that they've controlled do mean something. So obviously, if you're on the leaderboard in this group stage and you've got equal wins on the board, it will go down to a percentage system about how many cap points you've won through the tournament. So winning 5-0 actually means something. But for EVO, it'll be down to pride at this stage, I'd say. Whew.
Yeah, just managing to hold off the last point, I think, will be good for them.
Yeah,
and they're doing a pretty good job of it. They've done a good job the whole game, I feel like. And like you were saying before about how the score at the end, you look at it and it's a 4-1 win for one team, but it doesn't really tell the whole story. You really got to watch it and watch how these players actually play the game.
Yeah,
to actually get a real feel for it all.
Yeah, I completely agree. Obviously, we're under the 4 minute mark, so I don't think that will not be enough time for this EVO side to get back, take Ruins, and then take Train Station. So they are 100% playing for pride at this stage. I don't know whether the lads on the ground know that, but look, very, very strong from OPBHB. We've seen this from them all tournament. They've been an absolute joy to watch, and I don't think they've lost a game yet. BlueRoseJelly. Did we manage to sort out who won some of the matches earlier today? The match that you watched was 3 Para versus SEVH, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, and that went to SEVH. They won that one. Oh, I had it before and then I put it away. 1 sec.
That happens. We just saw a bombing run go in. I didn't see whose bombing run that was, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that was the BHB bombing run. Just trying to push in and take this point. EVO managed to get a big spawn wave back to try and deal with that. EVO just defending the point at the moment. We're under 3 minutes left, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. This has been a goddamn cracker of a match. Two very good sides in the international community. Whilst we watch, that was the Panther, taking out that EVO 76 on point. That's Panther's.
They got a rear shot though onto it, which has now been taken out as well.
That's friend of the stream Nakdow, and rHagrid, and Jimbonium in that tank. So very good tanking. They've just taken a rocket in the arse. A rocket? No, I believe that was probably a tank that got them. Well, that was a rocket that time. And they're going to go down. Obviously, as soon as I called out all of their names, there was nothing for it but for them to get brutally murdered. This match is all over, ladies and gentlemen. This is a big OP BHB win. This match is going to go down 4-1 to the American clan. But, Blue, all credit to this American side. I know you've been watching along as well. Have you enjoyed their style of play, sister?
I have. It's been really good. I like all the different teams. Like, the more you watch it, you can kind of figure out the different teams' style and who does what. You've got a couple of teams that are more like, you know, this big wave and it's just a constant line that just slowly moves forward. You got a bunch of teams that are like, we're gonna like attack really fast and then like back off and then flanking. It's like who does what, who's tank heavy, who's not. It's just really interesting to see, and then them coming up against someone who has a similar tactic, how they're going to combat that is really like, it's just fun, so much fun to watch.
It's been great. This tournament has absolutely turned it on for the fans of Hell Let Loose out there. And can I just say, for those of you that are viewing today, god damn, it's been a pleasure to have you along. It is always a pleasure to see so many people hanging out in chat, so many people talking shit. Thank you for all the follows. I know we hit 500 followers earlier, so thank you very much. I feel like that's 500 more people than I deserve. But 30 seconds left. This is going to be the end scoreline. There is nothing anybody can do about this. This is going to be a 4-1 victory for this OPBHB side. Oh, god damn it. Just after the match finishes, we're going to get up. We're going to have a look at some scores for you just before the official scores get released. We'll scroll through and give the lads a chance to look at how they did, and we'll call the man of the match. Hagrid, get your eyes on. Start having a look at who you're going to call as man of the match, and get your face on, my guy, because as soon as we finish scrolling through the scores, we're going to do it, and that's it. That is an OP BHB win. 1-4 against this very strong Chinese OP side, Evo side. Sorry, I'm just going to give it to a random person. Let's scroll through. There you go. That is the entire Evo side. Let's scroll over the OP BHB side. You can see the clan tags that they're rocking there. There we go. There we go. And Hagrid, get your face on, my guy, because we're going to do a little bit of a post match.
Sounds good.
You reckon I could? Do you reckon I could press the right buttons at least once? This thing, the stream deck literally tells me which one. But Hagrid, god damn, how much fun was that?
That was intense. That was a great game to watch.
Yeah, and like these competitive matches during the APAI have been absolute bangers. I don't think I've seen a bad match yet, and I'm looking forward to watching another one next week. Hagrid, how did you go with the old admin cam? It's cool, isn't it, being able to see everything?
Yes, it was amazing, and especially because considering about half an hour beforehand was my first time ever using admin cam, I feel like I did okay.
Yeah, we did all the training about half an hour before. I think you did very well, man. And good commentary as well, so very well. Congratulations. We need to pick a man of the match. Do you have somebody that you'd pick out of all of them?
Oh, that was tough. There was a lot of good players on both sides.
Yeah, there was.
I feel like my vote might have to go to possibly one of the snipers. I think for OPBHB, they were just doing so much work that entire game, and I was mostly focused around the outsides of the main engagement, so that's a lot of what I was seeing. But you got a crew also did very well. I think I saw a couple of times there where he took out almost a whole squad, so that was really good. But I'm thinking maybe Don Vice.
Don Vice?
He was consistent the whole game, just being, well, a nuisance.
I'm
Great
gonna-
sniper.
I'm going to go out of the ordinary just a little bit for this one. I'm not going to pick one man of the match. I'm going to pick three. My men of the match are 100% going to be OPBHB's artillery.
Yeah.
I think they were the difference. 3 guns running for most of the match there. I think that was the absolute clincher. So there you go. Men of the match. Don Weiss from rHagrid. For me, OPBHB artillery. I'm going to start wrapping things up. What I am going to say first, though, is that was a big win. OPBHB getting up over EVO. Very, very nice. BlueRoseJelly, can I just say a quick thank you to you. Thank you for stopping by and being the disembodied voice. Thank you for moderating Twitch chat. I hope everyone was very, very good. Did you have fun?
Yeah, it's fun. I love these, even if I'm not like flying around, I'm still watching it. So you can still kind of see like what's happening. I just don't have to worry about explaining what's on screen.
Yeah, it's good. Take a little bit of the load off. Obviously, you were coming off a match cast earlier. That was the 3-para SEVH match. Let's go to rHagrid. rHagrid, thank you very much for joining me, my friend. It is always a pleasure to have some of you awesome Twitch streamers as co-casters. I feel like you guys already get it. You already get the game. Thank you very much, my guy.
Hey, no worries, Stu. Thanks for having me here. This was an awesome experience, and I would love to do it again if you'll have me.
You are genuinely more than welcome around this channel anytime you like, my friend. Anytime you goddamn like. You guys can catch rHagrid at rHagrid. Twitch.tv/rHagrid. You can catch me at twitch.tv/TraumaStoo. Get the plugs out of the way. BlueRoseJelly, the disembodied voice you can hear. Twitch.tv/the words BlueRoseJelly. Both of these guys have some amazing communities and do some very good stuff around Twitch. So also some of the teams that are playing. You can go visit their Discords. Go give them a join if you're looking to play some of this competitive. If you like some of the stuff you saw today, go watch some of it and enjoy, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Most of them are pretty happy. Most clans are recruiting most of the time. I know our clan is. rHagrid, you're a trial over there. Our clan is recruiting. That is OC in the OCE region. Come drop by. If you see us in game, say hi. We're more than happy to bring new people in, show people the ropes, and hopefully get you playing comp if you're a damn good player. That's it. Big win for OPBHB. I like to finish. Stick around after this. Stick around after this because we'll go raid somebody in the Hell Let Loose community. I'll go find somebody. Stick around because keep the numbers up. It makes them happy when we raid. It makes me happy being able to raid with big numbers. But stick around for that. But I always like to finish every single one of my streams by saying, ladies and gentlemen, look after yourselves. If you can manage to do that, see if you can't look after somebody else too. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, rHagrid. Bye, Blue. Take care, everyone else.
Bye.
See you later.